Hello everyone, I Isha welcome you all to RKP online classes. Today we are going to start our new chapter number 15, probability. Students, you have heard these sentences. Probably Ram will visit my house today. Most probably class 10 is preparing for PT. Khushbu is quite sure to be on the top. Chances are high that Ram will head the organization. Here the words probably, most probably, quite sure, chances, etc. These involve an element of uncertainty. And what is probability? It is the mathematical measure of uncertainty. So it is that branch in which we study how to calculate this uncertainty mathematically. It is that branch of mathematics in which degree of uncertainty is measured numerically. Now, before proceeding, we must be aware of some terms. What is an experiment? An experiment which can produce some well-defined outcomes. An operation which can produce some well-defined outcome is known as experiment. For example, tossing of a coin. When we toss a coin, we got two outcomes only, head and tail. Okay, suppose you went to market and bought a packet of bread. Now, is this considered as an experiment? Is it produce some well-defined result? No, it does not produce any well-defined result. You have thrown a dice. Is it produce some well-defined result? Yes, it will produce. We will get a number from 1 to 6. So here tossing of a coin, throwing of a dice, these all are considered as the experiment. But buying of a bread, this is not considered as an experiment, as it is not producing any well-defined outcome. Now, what is random experiment? When an experiment is repeated several times, result may not be same under same condition. Such an experiment is called random experiments. For example, we have thrown a dice 5 times. Do we get the same number every time? No. It may produce the same result and it may not produce the same result, but the conditions are same. So this is an random experiment. And such repetitions are known as trials. Now, how to calculate probability? The probability which we are calculating is theoretical probability or classical probability of an event E. It is written as P in bracket E. It means probability of an event E. In bracket we will write the name of the event, and it is equal to number of favorable outcomes to E divided by total number of all possible outcomes of the experiment. Here we will write number of favorable outcomes and divided by the total number of outcomes. What is an event? The outcome of an experiment are called events. The outcomes of an experiment, for example, when we have tossed a coin, we got head or tail. So getting a head or getting a tail, these are the events of the experiment. Now, what are equally likely events? Outcomes of an experiment are said to be equally likely if chances of their happening is same. If chances of happening of the event is same, those events are known as equally likely, and all the elementary outcomes of an experiment have they all are equally likely events. For example, what is the probability of getting a head when a coin is tossed? Probability of getting a head is 1 by 2. What is the probability of getting a tail? What is the favorable outcome? Only tail. So 1 is favorable. What are the total possible outcome? Head and tail 2. So probability of getting a tail is also 1 by 2, and probability of getting a head is also 1 by 2. So they both are equally likely events. And in general, all the unbiased things have equally likely events. Now, what are elementary events? An outcome of a trial and single outcome of a trial. When a coin is tossed, then its possible outcomes are head, we name it as E1, and tail, name it as E2. So here E1 and E2, they are elementary events. They consist of only one outcome. But when an event is obtained by combining two or more simple events, then that event is known as compound event. When we throw a dice, event of getting a prime number. What are the possible outcomes? When we throw a dice, 6 possible outcomes are there and we name them as 1 as E1, 2 as E2, 3 as E3, 4 as E4, 5 as E5 and 6 as E6. So, the event of getting a prime number. How many events are possible? Event 3 are possible, E2, E3 and E5. So, more than 1, 2 or more is possible. So, this event, the event of getting a prime number is compound event. Now, what are sample space? All possible outcomes of a random experiment. All the possible outcomes. For example, we have thrown a dice and 6 are possible. So, all these 6 events are known as sample space. What is an impossible event? An event is said to be impossible when all the outcomes are against the event. When all the outcomes are against the event. For example, probability of getting 8 when a dice is thrown. Here event is getting 8. Now, when we have thrown a dice, is it possible to get a number 8? No. So, all the outcomes are against the event. So, this is impossible event. And probability of such an event is 0. What is a sure event? An event is said to be sure event when all the possible outcomes are in favor of the event. For example, what is the probability of getting a number more than 0? When a dice is thrown. What is the probability of getting a number more than 0 when a dice is thrown? Obviously, number is greater than 0 only. We will get number from 1 to 6. So, all the outcomes are in favor of event. So, this is sure event. And probability of such an event is 1. Probability of such an event is always 1. What is complement of an event? Corresponding to every event E associated with random experiment, there is an event not E. That means event cannot happen. And this not E occurs when E does not occur. Such an event is called complement of an event. Always happening of an event, probability of happening of an event and probability of not happening of the same event is equal to 1. E and E bar, they are both called complementary events. We can find probability of an event. We will subtract probability of not happening of the same event from 1, or we can find out the probability of not happening of the same event. We will subtract probability of happening of the same event from 1. From this we got to know probability of an event lies between 0 and 1. That means probability of an event must be either equal to 0 or greater than 1. It is either equal to 1 or less than 1. Means probability cannot be negative, it cannot be less than 0, or it cannot be more than 1 as well. Now, let E1, E2, En be the n elementary event associated with the random experiment having exactly n outcomes. A random experiment has exactly n outcomes and these are the elementary events. Then probability of all elementary event of a random experiment is always equal to 1. For example, let us take all the elementary event of a coin. We have two elementary events, that is head and tail. What is the probability of getting head? We name this as E1 and tail as E2. Now, according to this, it means PE1 plus PE2 must be equal to 1. Let us find the probability of head. It is 1 by 2 and This is also 1 by 2. Add these two, we got 2 by 2. That means 1. Hence proved, right? So the sum of the all the elementary event of a random experiment is always 1. Now let's find the sample space of coins, dice and study about the card. Now, what are the sample space of a coin? There are two outcomes only, head and tail. So how many sample space are possible? 2. See how to find the total number of sample space. Here we will write the total number of outcomes of a basic. Basic means of one coin, of one dice. In one coin we have two outcomes are possible. So here we will write 2. Now, how many outcomes are there when 3 coins are tossed? How many coins are tossed? 3. So number of coin or dice we will write as power. So now, how many total outcomes are there? There will be 8 possible outcomes. When we have 2 coins, then how many are possible? In basic coin, in one coin we have 2 possible outcome. And if we are taking 2 coins, then there are possible 4 outcomes. Let's discuss the same in dice. In one dice we have 6 possible outcome, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In one dice we have 6 possible. If we are taking 2 dice, then how many are possible? It is 36. So let's write the sample space of a coin. Now you can write the sample space of 2 coins and 3 coins. See how to write. It will become easy for you. First write all 3 head, then keep tail at one place. First we will kept tail at last, then at middle, then at first place. Now in all the places of H write the T, and where H is written write T, and where T is written write H. You will get all 8 outcomes here. In place of T, H, and then T, T. So we got all 8 outcomes, and you have already learned tree method in your previous class, so you can use that method as well. Now, sample space of 1 dice, sample space of 2 dice, 36 are possible. So, we will keep one constant and change the outcome of other dice. 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 3 till 1, 6, then 2, 1, 2, 2, 2, 3 till 2, 6. Then from 3, 1 to 3, 6. Similarly, from 6, 1 to 6, 6. All are 36 outcomes. Now, playing cards. You all are aware of cards. Total are 55 cards in a pack of cards. 3 are joker and we play with 52. So there are 52 playing cards which are 2 in color, red or black. So 26 are red in color and 26 are black in color. Further division, cards are divided into 4 suits. There are 4 suits: diamond, heart, club and spade. Each contain 13 cards, and these 13 cards, each suit have ace, then numbers from 2 to 10. Then they have 11, we call it jack, 12, queen, 13, king. Jack, queen and king, they are commonly known as face cards or court cards. Jack, we call jack as knave also, right? Name of jack is knave also. So this is all about the cards.